What is good, people? Back with another workout, and you can already see what we're starting with today. It is leg day. Never skip leg day. So we are starting with some split squats. You see the setup. We got two bricks in either hand. Obviously, a little brick to make a nice little foot placement, and we're just working through on this unilateral exercise for the legs, man. Like, no excuses at all. As you can see the setup, I don't have conventional equipment, but I'm still making it work, and these were actually quite challenging, to be honest. My first time doing them in a long time. I know I keep talking about this QL injury, but yeah, I got to kind of ease myself back into certain exercises, and this one is definitely one that could make my QL flare up again. So not too heavy on the weight. We were just focusing on, the movement pattern, making sure we're getting nice and low, driving back up through that through the legs, and making sure that the back is remaining, keeping it balanced, I should say. But yeah, this was a nice little start. Obviously, switch legs. I believe we did about 8 reps, or somewhere between 8 and 10 reps on each leg. I think it was 8 roughly. But yeah, split squats. A lot of people love them. A lot of people hate them. I actually don't mind them. I think they're probably one of the exercises that I see a lot of leg development from, but I haven't done them consistently enough for me to, say over a prolonged period of time that split squats is the one for me, to be honest. I found that so we're gonna stick with these for a while. Hopefully when my dumbbells finally come, I'll be able to progress and track the weight and whatnot, and obviously the reps as well will be a bit more easy to track as well. So for now, we're working with these 2 bricks. I think they're about maybe 17 to 20 kilos in weight. Can't tell you the exact weight, but somewhere around that range is what we were working with. So not too shabby, I would say. And then we got into some hamstring, what is it called? Hamstring curls. I'm tweaking. Hamstring curls with the resistance band. This resistance band setup came with this attachment that goes around your feet. Obviously, to perform these curls, it's just attached under the door, and that's it, man. Curling those hamstrings. Looking back, I probably should have went with a lighter band so I could get a bit more curl, up towards my glutes. But this one, I was feeling it. It was a nice look, like a nice bit of tension, bringing it up and then slowly lowering it back down. I always say, if you ain't got resistance bands, man, you're tripping, because how would you do this exercise without a resistance band or a piece of gym equipment like a cable machine? You wouldn't be able to. So get yourself some resistance band. Again, it is going to give you like ginormous or heavy set hamstrings. Probably not, but it will give you some more strength and development in your hamstrings. Also keep you injury free, and when you eventually move on to more difficult or more strenuous hamstrings exercises, you won't be feeling it as much, I would say. So again, another exercise that you can do at home or anywhere really, and you always got to make sure that you're working your hamstrings. Don't just do your quads, because you don't want to develop muscular imbalances, and that's where injuries come in. So whatever you do on the front, you need to do on the back. Whatever you do in the back, you do in the front. Same as like doing chest and back. Like, you don't want rounded shoulders, and you don't want big back, small chest. You got to make sure everything's evenly balanced, so it looks nice. You get that nice symmetry. You become a well-rounded physical specimen. You get what I mean? So yeah, we did about, I can't even tell you the reps on this one. If you counted the reps in the comments down below, let me know. But yeah, we did a decent amount on this one. Did a little ISO at the end just to squeeze a bit more out of the hamstrings. And that's it at the end of the day. Putting in the work, making sure that we're controlling the movement. We're not letting the movement control us. So we're not letting the band fling our leg back down, controlling it on the way up. and the way down as well, to get maximum flexion and maximum extension in a controlled manner, and to get those gains. You feel me? But it's all about hard work at the end of the day. Sexy doing certain amount of sets and reps is great, but if it's not if you're not working hard, that it's just pointless, to be honest. You're only fooling yourself. So at the end of the day, it comes down to doing the reps, doing the strenuous part, so then you can reap the rewards at the end. Like, you can get all technical and this, that, blah, 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 but work is work at the end of the day. And of course, the technical stuff is important, but doing the reps is doing the reps. You understand? So then we're back to the brick setup, and we're just doing some step ups now. I think these are great for glutes, and of course, actually no, I would say the whole lower body in general. Obviously great for your glutes. What's happening today? Great for your glutes. Obviously the hamstrings, the quads are getting some work. Even the gastrocnemius, aka the calves, are getting some work. You got to work on your ankle mobility as well, your balance. So unilateral exercise. You've got to keep your upper body. It's a very good exercise, step ups, and it seems very basic, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, especially if you can get your hands on like some heavy kettlebells, heavy dumbbells. It's actually quite challenging, and you're going to see a lot of results from this. I would probably say all over, because you're having to, you're improving your grip strength, you're making sure your upper body is in line, lower body of course is working, core is working. Yeah man, it's a very, very good movement, which I haven't done consistently enough, to be honest. We used to do this a lot when I was playing football in the gym, and you don't really think about it at the time. We used to do it with a knee drive as well, but I don't really trust these bricks like that to add in a knee drive, to be honest. If I had dumbbells or kettlebells, something a bit more stable, I would do a knee drive at the top. But for now, we're just going to work with these, and again, we're still coming back from an injury, so why rush it? You know what I'm saying? Why rush it? Why make things more dangerous at the end of the day? And then still working with the bricks, getting some nice calf raises, keep the tempo decent amount of weight, making sure we're getting that nice squeeze at the top, and then lowering back down. Now the tempo on this again is going to vary. Your foot placements also can vary depending on what you want to get from these. What is your specific goal with these? If you're an athlete, you might do them a little faster to mimic game movements. If you're trying to strictly work for hypertrophy, you might do it at a slower tempo to really let that muscle go through all the stages and really, really work. So it's up to you really how you want to do this. Obviously you don't want to do it like half reps or whatever they're called. Like, you actually want to go through the full range of motion, but some people like to explode up and then slowly come back down. Some people like to do the same tempo up, going back down. It's up to you at the end of the day, like, it really is. But just make sure you're working those calves. Very important, you want to make sure that your ankles are nice and strong as well. And we're making sure that we are looking good, because good calves, hey, they go along with people. Notice your calves, trust me. You got shorts on, holiday, but that guy got some good calves, I'm saying, ladies, you too. Calves are very important. It's a very, very sexy muscle. I don't know why sexy came up today so much, but that's it at the end of the day. Yeah, leg day. Legs looking alright, looking a bit more solid. We're going to keep working, keep grinding, and at the end of the day, make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe.